Hi my bad little things, welcome to my channel and welcome back. Today I'm so excited to share with you my updated process on doing a GELX fill-in. I will be working on a client of mine so you can see the full process of how I work on my clients. I am considering this a GELX fill-in because she still has a GELX tip on her nails, but our goal is to grow out her natural nails, so eventually it'll be a gel overlay. Instead of there actually being a tip on her nails, it will be her natural nail. I'm also going to be sharing with you some nail art today. I'm going to be using some pastel cat eye colors that I got off of Amazon, and we'll also be doing a little bit of gold detailing around the edges of her nails. And like always, I will have all of the products that I used today linked below in the description. Majority of them are in my Amazon storefront, so I'll have that linked as well. And if any products are from somewhere different, I'll have them linked. But if you don't see anything linked, please feel free to ask me in the comments and I will link it for you. If you want to see more of me, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I will also have those linked below. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so first I'm going to go in and be removing her gel polish. I'm using the Pana Small Barrel Medium Grit Safety Bit. This is one of my favorite bits. It is a lot smaller than a normal safety bit, which is why I like it. I use it to just remove the gel polish, remove any lifting, and make sure that everything is very smooth and seamless as much as I can. I do take my time when doing the removals just because I don't do any finish filing, so I try to make sure that everything is really smooth before I go in and do the fill-in and lay down the gel. So when you're doing the removal and also when you are doing the sanding band, you want to make sure that you're being very thorough and removing anything that's lifting all the gel polish, and just make sure that everything is smooth. And also, if there is some bulk, you can remove that on this step too, which is usually what I do after doing so many fill-ins. Sometimes the nail does start to bulk up a little bit, so I use this bit to go in and kind of remove all of that. Now I'm taking my sanding band. This is a medium grit sanding band. I did not order these from Amazon. I usually get these from my nail supply store because they're a lot more affordable and you get a lot more for the price. So I am going in and just basically sanding her nail, making sure her natural nail is prepped, and I'm going in and sanding over the actual GELX tip itself. This is also going to help to kind of blend everything together and make everything seamless. Make sure you are not using a whole lot of pressure around the cuticle area and on the natural nail, but you can use a little bit more pressure when you are filing on top of the actual gel or the GELX tip. But I also leave a little bit of the sanding band hanging off of the barrel itself because honestly I feel like it allows you to get into the cuticle area a lot better. I did see another nail tech do this and honestly I love it. I haven't gone back since. Now I'm taking this little cuticle bit. I believe this one is also from Amazon and it might also be from Pana, and I love it. It's just a little triangular shaped cuticle bit, and I'm just going in and kind of removing any dead skin and lifting the cuticle area away from the nail bed. I am not applying a lot of pressure. When you are using bits like this, please make sure you are allowing the tool to work for you because you do not want to damage anybody's natural nail and you do not want to be digging into the nail plate itself. Now I'm just taking my 100 by 100 grit file and we are going to reshape these nails. She wanted them to be a little bit more narrow, so I did take my time when filing these nails. As you can see, I do go back and forth. When you're doing any type of almond or stiletto shape, you need to be swapping sides a lot more often than you would with doing like coffin or square, because it is very easy for this shape to get uneven if you're filing more on one side than the other. I hope that makes sense. I tried my best to explain it. And also another thing, when you're filing and using a low grit like this, remember low grit is more coarse, high grit is less coarse. Make sure you're not filing too deep into the sidewall because this can cause hangnails and also premature breakage, which we do not want to do. So just make sure you're being careful not to file too deep into the sidewall of the nails, and you can take a little bit off, but just make sure you're not going too deep. But this is what they look like, nice and tapered in. I think they look amazing. And now I'm just dusting away everything, making sure she's nice and clean. And just to be more thorough, I do take 99.9% isopropyl alcohol and a manicure brush, and I go in and cleanse the nails, making sure there is no dust. I feel like I see so many videos of girls who kind of like work over the dust, and I just don't understand it, or they just don't clean it thoroughly enough, because I just can't. I have to make sure everything is clean during the whole process. Now I'm taking my cuticle nippers. I know nippers are not everybody's cup of tea, so if you prefer cuticle scissors, or if you use drill bits to remove the skin, you do that, but I have just always been taught to use nippers, so that's what I'm comfortable with. I believe these are a quarter jaw nipper. They might be a half jaw, because I think I just recently switched to a quarter jaw, which just means it's a little bit smaller, and I do prefer those because it kind of keeps you from clipping any extra skin. They're a little bit more detailed, if that makes sense. But now I'm taking my rubber base. I'll have to insert a clip here of the BeautyLuxe, which is what I use, because I've explained in some other previous videos I don't use the gelish foundation anymore just because of cost, and I was going through like a bottle of it every week, which was just absolutely absurd, and I wasn't able to buy a refill bottle. But the BeautyLuxe gel, you are able to buy a refill, and it is on Amazon, and it is the closest formula that I have found to the gelish foundation, and the retention on it is amazing. So I'm just taking that and I am painting the entire nail, and also underneath. I just find that using it underneath allows for the tip to just be a little bit stronger. So now we are actually going in and doing the fill-in. So I actually kind of make my own gel in a way. I mix two different gels together. I mix the BeautyLuxe rubber foundation in with a hard gel, just because, in my opinion, it makes the application process so much easier and quicker, and the self-leveling is amazing. I have worked with regular hard gel before, and it's not that I don't like it, it's just that it's so thick that it just takes a lot longer to do, and I just don't have time for that. So I'll have to make a separate video on that, but if you would like to see that process of how I mix my own gels, just let me know. But my retention is still amazing. Most of my clients come to me every 3 to 4 weeks. I have had some people come in 5+ weeks and their nails are perfectly fine and no lifting or anything. We just have to do a rebalance. But I am using this little bitty brush just to move the gel around and make sure that everything is even. And I actually, in this video, I believe I'm using the Savvyland hard gel mixed in with the rubber base, but I just recently switched to a different hard gel and I like it a lot better. I will actually have that posted in my next video. The self-leveling on the new gel that I'm using is a lot better, so I don't really recommend the Savvyland. It does work, but it is just super thick, so the application process does take a little bit longer, but it's still a nice gel, and also the retention is amazing. So I just take like a blob of the gel and push it up towards the cuticle area, and then I slowly kind of almost ombre it down the nail, because the tip is already thick, so I don't really put a whole lot of gel there. I just make sure that the majority of the gel that I'm putting is towards the cuticle area, because that's what needs to be filled in. And then again, I am taking my little brush and I'm just kind of pulling the gel down and using the reflection of the light to see any lumps or bumps in the nail. That's also just a tip and a hack that you can use, is just to kind of move the nail around and see if the light reflection in the nail is bending or not. If it is completely straight and there's no bends, then that means that everything is leveled out and you're good to flash cure. So I do just take my light and flash cure everything. I keep it right in front of me so that I'm prepared to flash cure it when it's time. But this is what they look like. Beautiful. And you do not have to finish file. And these are the colors we're going with today. These are my cat eye. And I am taking this nude polish. It's PO3 by Creation. I love this line of polishes. They're just a pretty nude. And I'm just using this kind of as a base, just so that The cat eye colors are not super see-through because they can kind of tend to be very, very sheer if you don't put a base down. So I'm just making sure we're doing this just to be sure that you won't be able to see through the gel polishes. So I'm having her cure that for a full 60 seconds. Ooh, okay, I had to take a little bit of a breather. I was just talking for like 10 minutes straight. That was a lot. But now I'm taking my cat eye polishes and we are going to do a different color on each finger. And I'm using this magnet. It came in a pack on Amazon. I do have it linked in my Amazon storefront. It is my favorite magnet. I use it every time I do cat eye. I don't care what type of design I'm doing. I always use this and it is amazing for activating the cat eye. Activating the cat eye is just moving all of the magnetic pieces basically to the center of the nail and allowing you to kind of do whatever design you want. But for this, we are just keeping all of the magnetic gel kind of towards the center of the nail just because I want it to look very marbly and reflective. So yeah, this magnet is amazing. It's one of the strongest ones that I have and have used before. And these cat eye polishes, I will have them linked. For some reason at the moment I cannot think of the brand name of these cat eye polishes. Hold on. Okay, no wonder I couldn't remember. It's RARJSM Moonlight Cat Eye Polishes. It's just a bunch of letters. It stands for something that doesn't even make any sense, but their cat eye polishes are amazing. This is like a smooth cat eye, which means that it's not really glittery. Like there's glittery cat eye polishes and there's smooth cat eye polishes, and then there's like 9D and 3D and all these extra things that just have multiple colors. But this is just like a very jelly color that has silver reflective magnetic glitters in it, but they're very, very fine. So that's what kind of makes it look smooth. So if you didn't know the difference, now you do. A lot of my clients prefer the smooth just because it kind of gives a very glassy effect, which I love. I think it's so pretty, especially for this set that we did. It kind of looks like mirrors. And so yeah, just flash curing that. And I did go in and actually do a second coat of these because they kind of needed it. I feel like the color was not as vibrant as I wanted it to be. So again, this is just what I'm doing. I'm taking the magnet and running it on both sides of the nail just until I like how it looks, honestly. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. If you're not familiar with cat eye, I suggest just practicing. Get a few nail tips and put it on there and get a magnet and just kind of move it around, see how you like it. And one good thing about it is if you mess up, don't cure it. All you have to do is repaint over it and start over again, reactivate it. Because sometimes if you mess around with the cat eye a little too much, you can kind of mess up the activation, so you need to repaint it. And all I just did was put on a matte top coat since I am going to be doing a little bit of chrome isolation. I've already talked about that top coat before. It is a powder proof matte top coat and it allows you to put chrome over it without it sticking. So all I did was mix a little bit of 3D gels and a little bit of black gel polish, and now I am taking a striper brush, a short one, and just going around the edges of the nail. This does not need to be perfect because we are going to be doing a second coat of this to where it's a little bit thicker and kind of like wavy lines. If you want to just do a circle around the nail, you definitely can, but I'm just laying this as a base. It's not super thick. I kind of made this a little bit thinner. And yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. Just make sure that it is smooth around the cuticle area. And you're just having like kind of a thin line. So after you do that, I believe I only had her cure this for about 40 seconds. I did not do the full cure, 30 to 40 seconds, just because I am going in again, like I said. And whenever you're doing chrome, just make sure you're not curing it too long, like top coat or anything, because sometimes if you over cure, then the chrome powder is not going to stick to the base or whatever it is that you're putting down. So yeah, I had her cure that 30 to 40 seconds, and now I am picking up more gel and making sure that it's kind of almost globbed on there. And you can see I'm picking up gel a lot more frequently instead of just kind of like putting it all on there at once, because if I do that, then it's not going to be thick. So I'm trying to keep the same thickness around the nail, and I'm just making little wavy lines around the nail just to make this like kind of abstract looking type of design, I do suggest using black, especially if you're doing like silver or gold chrome, because I feel like it just makes it a lot more vibrant. And also, if you're using a black gel polish, make sure that it is one that does not have a sticky layer. I will say most black gel polishes don't have a sticky layer. They usually dry pretty non-white, which means you can apply chrome on top of it and you don't need to put a top coat. But I did mix a little bit of top coat into this whenever I mixed this 3D gel and the black gel polish. But I'm just kind of showing you on the other hand, since my hand was a little bit in the way on the other side. But that's all. I love this design because it was really easy and you don't have to be perfect. Now I'm just taking a little makeup brush applicator and my gold chrome powder, and I'm just rubbing it on. And you can see how effortless it is, and the fact that the chrome is not sticking to the top coat is honestly amazing. I really wish I would have known about this top coat a long time ago. I'm not even sure how long it's been around, but this would have been such a lifesaver in the beginning when I was learning how to do chrome, because for so long I did not do chrome because I just hated it unless it was like on the whole nail. But trying to do isolated chrome was always just ridiculous. You'd have to like buff out the nail and like all this extra stuff. But this top coat, all you do is paint it on, make sure that it's fully cured, cure for 60 seconds or longer, and then go in with your chrome. It's amazing. Now I am just taking my glossy top coat and I'm top coating everything. When you are top coating something that has chrome, make sure that you're being very thorough and you're kind of applying the top coat a little bit thicker around where the chrome is, because as most of you know, if you have worked with chrome, you know that it tends to come off very easily and rub off, and usually people come in and there's just like chunks of chrome missing. But this is what they look like. I love them so much. I'm just taking a manicure brush and kind of cleansing just any extra chrome powder that may be stuck to her fingers, and then I'm just taking a lint-free wipe and wiping the alcohol off, just because sometimes it might leave like a little bit of residue. And now I'm taking my cuticle oil and oiling her up to make her look shiny and pretty. So yeah, I'm just rubbing that in, and also I'm gonna let you see her reaction. She kind of just didn't really look the whole time, so I'm gonna let you enjoy her little reaction. She's so cute. I love this client. Me and her get along so well. So here you go. The grand reveal.
Wait, sweep my hair on my face.
Hang on. Okay. Do you want your camera on it? Oh wait, it's stuck to your lashes. Hang on.
I can look down?
You can look it down.
Bro. The smooth, I like the smooth better than the gloss. I mean, like the little glitter.
Your phone just fucking died.
This is what happens when you try to be a fucking content girly.
Listen, it got your initial reaction though, okay? It definitely caught your reaction.
I love...
Damn.
Y'all nail tech nighting down like my nail tech babe. Oh my gosh, I love how they're all different fingers. This is giving princess. Like, oh, I love it.
Gorgeous.
It literally looks like Princess and the Frog. I love it.
It does. It is definitely giving Princess Tiana.
Yes. Oh my god, this is classy. This is like
so cute.
Real like dainty. Like baddie meets dainty.
So cute.
I love these. Thank you, honey bun.
I hope you got to enjoy that as much as I did. She is so cute, and I also hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something new, let me know down in the comments, and also if you ever have any video suggestions, feel free to let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join this community of mine. I'm so happy that all of you are here, and I hope to share more of my skills and techniques with you. And until next time, I will see you in the next one.